Hi co-creators, it's Adrienne here, and I have finally stopped in to give my wrap-up of my first 100-day challenge, which ended in February, and I'm a little bit late, sorry. But unfortunately for me and my whole season one, that's just the way that it goes. So I wanted to talk about what did and didn't happen for me in my season one. Um, and I wanted to start out by saying that nothing didn't happen that wasn't perfect. So I started out my 100-day challenge all excited, and I created this list of intentions, and I think I might have gone wrong there. Um, and, practice makes perfect, I guess. But, like, for example, okay, one thing that I wanted to do was to meditate daily. That never happened. I sporadically meditated, and I just never got into a routine or the discipline of meditating every day like I intended. So, bummed that it didn't happen in my first 100 days, but super happy to let you know that now that I'm past my first 100-day challenge and I haven't jumped into my second challenge yet, that I have meditated for over 14 days straight. I am in a routine, and I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. So maybe I'm just a late bloomer, but I did eventually, 100 some days later, get that goal accomplished. So that's good. I had wanted to segment intend, like get specific on something and segment intend something daily. Okay, this is where I'm going with that whole, maybe I went wrong in the very beginning with my list is I think I just set the bar too high. I want to do this daily and this daily and this daily. And so in essence, I kind of set myself up for disappointment. But I refuse to be disappointed. But when I did segment in 10, which was also sporadic, it was good. A lot of things worked out great. Traffic lights turning green and just situations just preordaining what was going to happen. And so like maybe 75% of the time, I was like, I mean, it was perfect. It went exactly like I had segment intended it to go. I just didn't do it enough, or I overstated my goal a little bit. I had wanted to journal and blog. At least I didn't write daily on that one. So I did accomplish that goal. I did start journaling more. I blogged on here some. And I started really getting clear on my writing because I'm a writer. And so less than journaling and blogging, but more on the writing. My project that I'm working on right now for my a writing project that I'm working on right now is really going well, and I've been putting some of my time there. And I really think that that all came out of this starting 100-day challenge. So that was awesome. Create vision boards. If you watched any of my videos or any or all of my videos, you'll see that I mention these vision boards quite frequently. I did not complete my vision boards. Ugh, it's so... I don't even know what to say. This I am disappointed about. I really am. Because I really, really wanted to do this. I wanted our whole family to do it. And it was just really hard to pull all of us together. My daughter does vision boards in her head. It's great. I mean, she's like, Mom, I put that on my vision board, And I'll say, Avery, what do you have on your vision board right now? And she'll say, my whole vision board is filled with Build-A-Bears. So that's cool. At least she got it done. But my mom started her vision board. She's got actually stuff on her board. Not much, but a little bit. But for me, I got the magazines, I got the boards, I went through the magazines and did tons of cutouts, and I have more than enough stuff to put on my board. I just haven't gotten it onto the board yet. So that's going into season 2 because I am disappointed about that one. I wanted to sell my truck. I wanted to sell my truck, I wanted to repair my RV, and those two things were flip-flopping the whole 100 days. It was just one of those things that, well, when I started this and I wrote down this intention, that's where we were. And then we weren't going to sell it. Then we were going to sell it. Then we weren't going to sell it. Then, well, we're going to keep the RV. We're going to sell the RV. It's just something that I probably shouldn't even have put in there. But as it turns out, we decided to keep the truck, and we are still up in the air about the RV. And then the final thing that I had put on my initial list was getting creativity and inspiration and clarity of our business. Um, that's again been fluid, but I believe we're getting somewhere with it. But more to come on that. Okay, so to talk about what really happened for me in my 100-day challenge, I'll say this. The changes a lot within me have been enormous. They have I've just changed so much. They're inner type changes, and sometimes they're a little bit harder to verbalize, as you can see. Um, but like I really feel like I've gotten a hold of my thought processes a lot more than I ever used to have them. I always thought I was a pretty positive person, and I am. I mean, I'm a pretty positive person. I'm a pretty happy person, but you just don't realize how many negative things can come at you from so many different directions and bring you down if you let it. And I'm getting so much better at not letting it. I don't take other people's junk personally. Um, and there's so many things I don't take personally now that perhaps I would have in the beginning. So that's a very huge shift that I'm getting more and more control of every day, and I feel like I'm getting close to mastering. So I mean, that's just it makes every day great. I mean, it changes your life. So that said, in and of itself makes my first 100-day challenge an absolute positive success. Another thing that I didn't put onto my list, we all like to talk about manifestations, so I'm just going to talk about money. Oh my gosh. I really sat down and thought about it and realized that I had manifested over $3,500 in that period. And it's so easy to, if you need money for this, and then you need money for this, and then you need money for this, and you don't have said money for this, and this, but it ends up coming to you, and it ends up coming to you. It's really easy to take for granted that, oh, that just kind of worked out. Oh, ooh, that kind of just worked out. And you don't realize that, hey, when I added it all up, it was like $3,500. And that's a lot of money to manifest when you didn't have it and you needed it. So that was really positive. Um, and so all in all, I really feel like my first 100-day challenge was a success. Now, some of the difficulties that I had were getting onto here and doing these vlogs and blogging. I really wanted to, I mean, if I can't get to you to tell you about how my challenge is going if I don't come on here, and if it was not, the camera wasn't uploading or just things going on, it just didn't happen. I mean, I did like 3 videos and 3 or 4 blogs. It's just not enough. It's not what I intended. So that is something I intend to fix in my second season, and I already have started putting the markers in place to do that. And is there anything else that I really just felt? Well, I mean, I just think live and learn. So many good things came out of my first 100-day challenge. So many more good things are to come. And I'm really looking forward to getting in here with my second challenge, and I'll be doing that very shortly. It was great talking to you. Have a great day.